All right, hi, welcome. This is Gary. Listen, I'm excited that you're here. You're listening to this video, this audio, because somebody's actually probably referred or introduced you to the Smash Fund concept. This is something really incredible. This is going to be the first social crowdfunding model in the world. And I want to talk a little bit about how important it is on timing that you're here learning about this today, because this is getting ready to be revealed out to the entire world, and you're one of the first to hear about it. And again, Smash Fund is the first social crowdfunding business model or network that pays you for your connections and allows you to also run your own crowdfunding platform to really fund anything you dream about, any business expansion, anything that you would like, similar to Kickstarter, Indiegogo, GoFundMe, etc. What we're going to talk about here is what about Smash Fund? Who is this? Smash Fund is the first crowdfunding operating as a social network. Are you familiar with companies like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn? So this is something that is tying all of our social connections to also a crowdfund platform where it allows people to crowdfund on platforms like Indiegogo, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, etc. That's where dreamers basically are able to put on in writing what it is that they're raising capital for. But this again is for anyone, for anything that they can dream of. So what I want to talk about a little bit is go through this over a little bit, but we're going to give you kind of some clarity. But this is run by a gentleman, Rob Charles, and what Rob has is a vision. He is, he's a visionary. He put something together that he read through Forbes magazine that said, hey, if we can tie social networking, and it was talking about crowdfunding and the success that they're having, if you could tie these together, that you could create fortunes. And that's exactly what Rob is doing here. He's already built a previous successful business model that he went on to run a company that really succeeded well over $100 million in building a social gaming platform that brought on millions of users. And this is Rob's next business vehicle for you and I to be able to partner up with and really become a Smash Fund crowd platform participant, but we will also be paid also for all of our social connections, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But I want you to listen to this from Rob right now.
This is good. This is good. We're doing something really fun. We're doing something really fun, and everybody needs to know about it. So it's always better. It's always better if somebody explains how it works, so people don't need to try to regurgitate, the information that they might not know, right? So it's easier coming from me. They can just share this, and this is how it works. This is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to change the world. My name is Rob Tolles. I'm the CEO of Smash Fund. Smash Fund, in my opinion, is the first crowdfunding company operating as a social network. First of all, I love the crowdfunding space. This is the most exciting space I've ever seen, because one thing we know for sure, out of the billions of people on this planet, every single person has a project that they like to fund. But then I read an article about the failure rate. How many projects never get funded? But I thought, what if we started a crowdfunding platform that came alongside that creator and helped them fund their project based on our revenues? That said, hey, if you build a massive user base for us, we'll come alongside you and help you fund your project. Thanks so much for adding so many users, followers, friends. And here is a check. We've worked very fast, very quickly. Starting a Smash Fund account takes literally 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just your passion. It's simple. It's just talking about whatever your passions are, and you got to start somewhere. So after you have your account, just get moving. But the first thing you want to do is tell the world that you're now part of Smash Fund. And so within the first day of having a Smash Fund account, you should have at least 5 others that have done the same thing. Other crowds could start to overlap with your crowd as well, right? This is a social network, so expect to find people that you don't even know start connecting to your crowd. If that simple process were to duplicate, just over a 6-day period, you would have thousands and thousands of people connected to your crowd, posting what they're passionate about. You don't know most of those people. You have no idea where they came from. but you started that initial group, that group of connectivity that is starting to grow. Those thousands of connections you created, that's our marketing. Not to mention all those creators within your crowd and different crowds overlapping that are doing the same thing. So do this. Take 5 minutes, get your own Smash Fund profile, invite 5 or more friends to do the same, and bring your projects to life today.
So to give you guys an understanding, we're talking about bringing together social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn who have premium accounts where people actually pay upwards of $120 per month just to have their social connections on the business level. What I also want you to understand is that those companies are valuated in the billions of dollars. So Rob is looking at not only bringing the social connections where we have the ability to socially connect with others, he's going to compensate us on bringing these social connections from like we do on Facebook or Twitter or anything else over to Smash Fund, but simultaneously these folks are going to get a crowdfund platform that allows them to be able to raise money and capital for any project, any dream, anything that you can think of, whether it be helping put your daughter through college, or maybe your son needs a new car, or maybe you need a new roof, maybe you want to pay off all your debts, maybe it's to expand a business, maybe it's because you need to increase more supplies, that you need to expand your company. Maybe it's a new invention that you have. You can fund anything, and it's become a multi-billion-dollar industry in the crowdfund platform. Rob is going to take the best of the best in the crowdfunding and provide it to you here with Smash Fund, and simultaneously, we as the folks first to market, first to share this business model with others. Again, it's going to be the first market to tie social networking and social connections to crowdfunding. And these are both billion-dollar industries combining together, and then the company itself is going to share their revenues with us for bringing the crowd and the social connections to Smash Fund. Look at it like this. If you were one of the first parties to join Facebook, and Facebook said, hey, we're going to give you a nickel or a penny for everyone that connects into Facebook each and every month, we're going to give you a nickel for everyone that's registered here. How many of you would have went out and started making connections? You have that same opportunity here, but in the connections here, you're going to have greater opportunity to make up to $50 on your direct connections. Actually, $50 on a direct connection and $4 on all indirect connections. And so what I want to do is look over how some of this works, and we're going to go through this a little bit. But Smash Fund is an invite-only social crowdfunding network, which means you will have an invite code once you decide to register with the party that invited you. This helps fund the passions of other users, or all of the company's users. So anyone who comes here to Smash Fund is going to be able to get funded any project that they choose. They're going to be able to utilize it through all their connections and others' connections. So through this Smash Fund profile that you will set up, you can connect with others and let them know what you are working on. So this is very powerful. So your profile that you set up is going to be equipped with the crowdfunding features that you get to see and how you want to manage it, if you will. So Smash Fund allows you to crowdfund for, again, what you want, when you want, as often as you like. Maybe one day you want to raise capital to expand a business, but then after the business has already been expanded, you need to do another crowdfund for more supplies. Or maybe you need to raise more capital for hiring more people. So all that becomes available to you on Smash Fund. Now with that, the company is going to share 80% of the revenues with all of the users. So as opposed to other crowdfund platforms that charge flat fees, 4% all the way up to maybe 20% on some of the other competitive crowdfund platforms out there, we don't have any of the downsides. Some of those come with the fact that maybe you're going to pay the 4% fee, 5% fee, all the way up to maybe some penalties if you don't finish your crowdfund. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you do not. But at the end of the day, crowdfunding is becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry that's allowing families to microfinance or get their companies funded. from really backers out there in the industry. A backer is somebody that says, hey, I'll donate $10 or $100 to your project or for that new invention or to help you expand your business. So that's kind of a cool opportunity that allows families to go out there and actually pitch whatever they need funded for. And that's what we would call their passion. So with that, your Smash Fund network also has the ability to overlap. So the person that invited you to Smash Fund, he or she may invite someone else, and that network can actually connect with yours. That means those connections of someone that you may not have known or never know will actually pay you revenues from Smash Fund's revenue share. And that's out of their 80% that they're coming back and paying to you and I and everyone involved. So think about Facebook. What if they paid out 80% of their revenues, whether it be from their advertising revenues or their data revenues, and Smash Fund is going out here to share the revenues that they collect on the platform. So instead of charging a fee, and as an example, somebody goes out and wants a $100,000 capital raise, and they go out and put it on a crowdfund platform like Indiegogo, well, they might pay anywhere from up to an average of 10% all the way up to 20 possibly, and that means they're going to end up really netting out maybe 80 to 90,000. Well, on Smash Fund, we're going to charge a flat $150 profile fee, if you will, or crowdfunding fee that is per month. But in addition to that, you get all of the opportunity to crowdfund as often as you want, as many times that you like. Also, at the same time, there are no fees, and the company, whatever you collect on these fees or from these crowdfunders or backers, if you will, you get to keep that money, and the company actually does a deposit to you every Friday. Now think about that. The same $100,000 over a year's time would only run you about $1,800, whereas opposed to Indiegogo might run you between $10,000 and $20,000. But what if you ran 2 crowdfund platforms within the same year? It would still only run you that $1,800, whereas opposed to Indiegogo, it would cost you anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000. Now, in addition, minus whatever merchant or processing fees with Smash Fund, it's 2.9% plus approximately 35 cents per transaction. So it's the bare minimum of what the transaction costs are. But the company sets you up with all of the tools and all of the point and click ability to set up a platform for going out and setting up a crowd fund within 5 to 10 minutes. Very simple an opportunity to do. Now imagine being the first to be able to take this incredible profile and opportunity or model and take it to the country, take it to the world. And you are compensated on all the social connections that say, yes, Smash Fund is cool. It is the best of the best between social and crowdfunding combined with a revenue share that they're offering out here right now at 80%. That is just huge, and it allows you an opportunity. They will allow you an opportunity to reach out to 16,000 paid subscriber connections over the profile, the life of your business. So you think about that, 16,000 times $4, that's $64,000 times whatever maybe your personal connections are paying you $50. So remember, your network, there is nothing like this type of profile algorithm graph, which I'm going to show you here in a moment, that has ever been done before in this industry that is tied social networking with crowdfunding. So it's very powerful. So with that, I want you to understand that, this is some of the basics of how it works. When you compare this to normal crowdfunding platforms, there are no time limits here with Smash Fund. There is no goal requirements. You set a goal for $20,000. You don't reach that goal, you still get to keep those funds from your backers. In other crowdfund platforms, that has to all go back to the backers, and you get nothing. So as an example, if you wanted to crowdfund for $20,000, you only collected $5,000. That would have to go back in some of these crowdfund platforms that are out there today, and so that you will have gotten $0. There will be no percentage taken from your contributions. Only part is from our processor, which is Stripe, and that's going to be a 2.9% plus the 30-cent transaction, not 35. There's no increased fees for not achieving your goal. There's no annual commitments. That's very cool to understand. Funds are deposited weekly right to your bank account. So if you had a crowdfund for, like I said, 20,000 in the first week, you collected from your backers, $1,200. That's going to be deposited right into your account minus the merchant processing third-party Stripe fees, if you will. You also get to change out whatever passions or projects you want as often as you like. You start one project, you finish it, or you don't finish it, you can switch it right out. And you also get to keep all your same backers so that it doesn't disrupt that. Also, nonprofits are welcome into Smash Fund as well. So what we want people to understand is that they can join this company today for free right now. And there's about a 6 or 7 week process before they begin to charge that $150. But again, the way you get started is you register with the person that gave you an invite code, and you get started, and you'll get an email from that company immediately to verify your email, and immediately log in, and you'll have your invite code that you can start sending out to others. I want you to really consider some key factors that when somebody signs up right here, they will end up, you put in your first name, your last name, your email, you'll confirm your email. You simply go to smashfund.com or the link that somebody sent you. You will create a password, confirm a password. You will also put in your phone number. You will also input a credit card number right here, your CV code. This card will not be charged, and you'll notice right here it's going to require an invite code. So whoever gives you an invite code, you want to put that code in right here. You want to accept the terms and conditions, and keep in mind you won't be charged. This is what we call our boarding phase right now. The boarding phase is really important to understand. This is our time. We're the first to market this. We're the first to bring it to market. We're the influencers. We're the pioneers, if you will. We are setting up our foundation of connections. So if you go out and you connect Smash Fund, who I believe will be one of the most popular social crowdfunding companies in the world, and you're being first to learn about it. That's very important to understand, that when you learn about companies like this, this is timing that it can be critical and life-changing for many of you to understand that this is real business. This is an opportunity to realize this is a project. This is a dream of Rob spending nearly the last couple years putting this all together with an intelligent legal team, intelligent IT or technical team, and with staff and graphics and designers to really also look at all the legalities with the legal team. The legal team that has to deal with crowdfunding laws and rules and regulations. He has to have contractual attorneys that look at all the contracts and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. This is something very, very important for you to realize. All of that work has been done. Looking at all of this going forward is a bright future for many of us. I want to explain something to you. This is also, for many of you, is $149, which people look at it being $149 per month. I want you to realize that's a cost of doing business. And at the same time, when you look at LinkedIn, they charge about $120 to have a premium account, and people pay it all day long. Literally, probably millions of people are on board with that because the value that you get. The value that you will get here with Smash Fund will speak for itself in about 6 or 7 weeks when they unveil all of the modules and all of the platform, if you will, to be able to set up your own crowdfund platform. Some of you already have an idea. Some of you will already know what you want to raise money for. And some of you are like, well, I don't have an idea right now. But that's where you can come in here and start creating your connections, because each of these connections is going to lead to other connections who are people who do want to crowdfund and who understand they want to raise capital instead of going to a bank or something like that. This is becoming a $100 billion market that we're putting ourselves in front of on the crowdfund side, and it's going to increase beyond that. So be in the knowledge of knowing that this is one of the first and only social crowdfund platforms that will probably be the most popular business in the country compared to what's currently going on the crowd side right now. There's going to be people that are on these other competitor sides. They're going to come over to Smash Fund, and you want to be in a place where you yourself have your own invite code, and you want to invite others who have an invite code, and you want to capture the market share right now. This is important. This is where lives are changed financially, by being first movers to the market. It's up to you what you decide to do with it. Now, I'm going to explain to you that this is not a network marketing company. This is simply a business model that is doing a revenue share, again, that is not based on clicking anything. This is a revenue share based on the company's revenues for the services they are providing to each of us for all the tools that SmashFund provides us to crowdfund and to raise money for all of our passions and all of our projects. So I'm going to give you an example of something here. Just on one example, there's over 1 million projects were funded in 2012 alone and growing rapidly. Over $9 billion was raised in North America alone, folks. Understand that this market is growing rapidly, and this is just the beginning that we've tapped into. And at the same time, we're tying this into social connections. We're going to viral very rapidly. Now I want to show you another document, which is an algorithm that the company and Rob have come up with that is one of the most unique algorithms, or a graph that connects all of us socially and connectively. And so imagine that you are the referring creator, or the party that referred you is the referring creator. And here you are right here. I want you to understand there is no marketing plan like this in the world right now. And as you can see, if you are the creator, if you recognize the direct sales industry or the MLM industry, you'll realize this is nothing like them. There are no qualifications, no requirement as far as volume, BV, PV, no rank achieving requirements, no team rank requirements. None of that is allowed here at all. It doesn't even matter. What this matters is this, is that you have somebody that invited you, probably invited a couple others, Jane and John. Those would be in the term of the direct sales that some of us would know would be considered like cross-line. But we don't even have cross-line terms here. But the reality is you'll notice that these folks become a part of your network. Even though you don't even know who they are and you didn't even invite them, you can see where they start to connect. And you can see that everybody starts to connect. And when they connect, those become a part of your connection. So look at each one of these little dots as a $4 income stream to you on a monthly basis. And for you who invited any other direct folks, that's a $50. So 3, and you've got your platform paid for. In addition to that, you can be earning on all these connections that link together. You can see it just keeps going and going. But at the same time, what you have to realize is that you are earning and can earn revenues from people on your left, your right, people from above you. Start to bring in these different connectivities, and you can start to be compensated on that. Again, up to 16,000 live connections is $64,000 a month. Now, that's a lot of money, but keep in mind, how much money are these social networks generating? Billions of dollars. So this company, SmashFund, is going to take 80% of their revenue streams and share it back with you and I. So it is a huge advantage to be learning about this up front right now and taking a position. And so with that being said, you have an opportunity to not only fund your goals, your dreams, your businesses, but simultaneously SmashFund can actually also begin funding your projects because you brought the connections, or the connections tied into you. So this is definitely down to a mover's advantage in timing, okay? So it's important that you take advantage of registering here today and getting your folks to understand how important this is as a life changer opportunity. And people actually, once you register here, you will immediately get an email, and you will need to verify that email, and then you can socially start connecting right away. Start to build your social connections. And over the next 6 or 7 weeks, I want to give you a picture. There are already folks that have been in this now for 7, 8, 9, 10 days, and they've got connections that range into the 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 and or more. And literally, nobody's paid a dime into the company at all. Nobody is, all that they're doing is they're taking advantage of being the first to share this incredible new future with the first social crowdfunding business model called SmashFund. That's all they're doing. And you can do the same. It costs you nothing. It costs them nothing. But being in position and getting connected to others is going to be very important when they switch or flip the switch in about 7 weeks. That's when some of us will be charged our $149 per month. at that time. But by that time, some of you will have dozens or hundreds or thousands of connections that will potentially pay you hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of revenue share from Smash Fund. And that's going to set a precedence to also start getting crowd funds or your projects also funded, and you'll be able to begin starting to really exercise your connections to start backing your projects. That's going to be exciting, folks. So please get back to the person that invited you here to this overview, and please get registered today. You have everything to gain and really nothing to lose, and to being first to market, to take advantage of it, doesn't come around that often for each of you. So again, I want to thank you. Have a great day and enjoy.